And we are live. Yo, Flirts, good to see you all. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Tonight is a part two series of the debate between FTFE and Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Shout out to Sovereign Soul. Dave, you rock. So, we've got PJ Cruikshank in the house. How's it going, mister?
All good, all good. Looking forward to the second part.
That's good. Yeah. Looking forward to it. I can just warn you, it's even worse than part one with Craig, but what can you say? And then I'm going to say hi to everybody else in the YouTube land. It's good to see you guys. Really appreciate you. But before we do that, James May, thank you very, very much for your $20 super chat, man. Really appreciate it. Support the show, folks. I 100% concur. Thank you very much, man. You are awesome. I appreciate you. And we just got Alan Orstrand in. What's up, man?
Guys,
Yeah, I did. Yeah, Sovereign. I know. I sense it. How much of a sensitive soul you are. I won't make any faces at you.
you got me a big glass of wine tonight.
Oh, so you're only going to drink one glass? Are you only going to drink one glass?
Is that forced perspective or is that real?
CGI.
What you doing with the astronaut helmet?
That's a beaut, isn't it?
That bottle's not big enough.
Don't believe him, guys. That's forced perspective.
The bottle's miniature. The glass is normal. Forced perspective. Look at it. It's really a really small glass.
Yeah. Wow, dude.
Listen to this.
That's proper.
It sounds like an aluminium cake.
So wow. The link is linked at the top of the chat. Otherwise, I'll quickly send it to you an email. I'm going to send it off. But yeah, it's good to be here. We don't have a time limit tonight, so woohoo!
I'll use this like a what do you call it? Gerund clock.
Yeah. Wow,
I actually want to get hold of Jaron and see if we can try work something out that he doesn't use that buzz anymore. But yeah. Okay, so I can say hi to everybody quickly in the YouTube land to say hi to for coming. Vicky was first again, so hi Vicky, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. PJ Cruikshank, what's up? Jeff Conkle, awesome to see you, buddy. Great to have you here. Many blessings. Alan Norstrand, as I said, yes, good to see you. YouTube, what's up? You are mopped. Glad to have him. He says his video is doing very well, the one he interviewed me for. That's so good. I'm glad things are picking up for you, man, and just pray blessings upon you. James Mays, what's up? Thank you for your super chat again, man. Really appreciate you. You are awesome. And Sovereign Soul, good to see you. Jamie C. Level, shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming. DJD, good to see you too. Glad you could make it. And Sov's in the house. Here we go. What's up, Sov?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Good to see you,
Hey,
man.
Sov.
Good to see you.
Glad you could make it. Yeah, you ready for part two?
I'm ready.
Okay, what do you guys think of the votes?
See, you got your compadres behind you tonight.
Yeah, they're back here doing serious science. They're conducting science up here. You can see they're
growing lettuce,
photographs, and doing scientific somersaults and scientifically jumping with gorilla suits on and shit. So yeah, that's some serious science.
I got a question, Dave. Does it smell when they use the bathroom?
Well, it smells up here continuously. It smells up here continuously, and that damn Don Pettit won't turn the vacuum on the toilet. And he forgets all the time.
Yeah, those plastic bags, they just don't work.
No, it's a nightmare up here.
Didn't they say it smells like burnt bacon or something up there?
Roast beef, roast beef.
That's probably the reason.
That's called BO, Don.
It's all the recycling of your pee, you see. But yeah, the vote so far is FTFE doesn't understand what a fallacy is. 71% say yes, he doesn't understand. 29% says no, he doesn't understand. And for the Globies, just to let you know that both means he doesn't understand.
I don't think he understands, to be honest.
No. Terrett in the house. Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. Spuddy, what's up? And Gavin B, glad to have you in, man. Good to see you guys. Really appreciate you all. So, Jamie says he can't hang about tonight having a boys' night. Ooh.
Lovely.
But enjoy, man. Really appreciate you coming in. Let's get this ball started. Oh, but maybe we should do some housekeeping first quickly. Tomorrow, I've already set up the stream. Tomorrow night, I'll be going my time, 11:45 p.m. For the part 2 of the Dubai thing. I think we're going to be covering the part where it's the Mandela effect. And then straight after that into 2 a.m. by me, well, we're going to go 1:45. We're going to be going into the MDD debate between me and tight shirts. So we'll see what's going to happen there.
You guys all got hats on.
Yeah, we all got hats on. I had to put that on.
I got to clear up a little bit of confusion, Flats. You asked me if I was starting my show earlier these days, and I'm thinking, yeah, technically I am, because here, I guess you don't have it where you're at, but here we have this ridiculous thing called daylight saving. And you move the clock forward ahead an hour in the spring and then move it back. I guess it's the whole idea is like cutting a rug in half and sewing the top half to the bottom and thinking you have a longer rug now. It's really, really stupid. And I wish
daylight savings is rubbish. That's all I can say.
Stupid. It's ridiculous.
2 seconds.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Putting the clocks forward if you just got to take them back again. It's just for the illusion of longer daylight. It's just ridiculous. Just keep it the same all the way around.
Well, they're like, oh, well, if they do it the other way, then the kids will be going to school in the dark. Well, okay, now they're coming home in the dark. What's the difference? You know,
exactly. You want to get over in the morning or at night?
I've been undergoing daylight savings for 58 years, man. I got a lot of daylight saved up. I'm going to cash mine in and have a whole day. That's what
it's mad. It's mad because in the winter in Scotland, where I'm from, I was going to the school in school in the dark anyway. It doesn't matter what time it was. It was always dark when I went to school.
It makes no difference.
Crazy.
They doesn't make lights in the school or something.
Yeah. Okay. Are you guys ready to carry on with the dishonesty from Craig?
Oh, you mean Craig's being dishonest? Well, there's a surprise.
Let the lies roll.
Yeah.
And the total misunderstanding of an argument.
Stop it being an experiment just shows that you are willfully ignorant.
Can you show me the attractive force between the mass of the Atmos and the Earth?
You mean the atmosphere?
The Atmos, yes. Gas doesn't have a shape, Craig.
Don't be afraid to call it what it is. It's called the atmosphere.
Gas doesn't have a shape, Craig.
But it's just the name of it.
Gas doesn't have a shape, Craig.
I wonder why they get so triggered when we say Atmos and not atmosphere.
You're not playing right, man.
Yeah, I mean, what does it matter if we call it Atmos? We understand that gas takes the shape of its container. You have no container for it to take a shape.
Exactly.
We get to call it a lie.
Really idiotic. So yeah, an Atmos literally means air. And what do we breathe, guys? Last time I checked, it was air.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm so hoping this debate tomorrow night or Sunday morning, he's going to bring, because we're going to probably talk about gas pressure. I hope he brings up Mount Everest, because I have an awesome reply for it, which I thought of. And yeah, you guys stay tuned to that.
Well, here's the thing about that gravity hold in the Atmos, right? So that's what's causing our air pressure. So what causes the air pressure on the International Space Station? Is it gravity holding that air in? No, it's containment and displacement.
It's
Don Pettit farted a lot.
Yeah. It's farts that smell like roast beef.
Yes.
And it pressurized it.
Disgusting.
I want to also quickly bring up how the Cavendish looked. Okay. Let me see if I can quickly get this on screen. Put it big. Bada bim, bada boom. Overlay gone. You guys can see that.
Yep.
If you look at this, this is how it was set up, okay? You were actually alluding to Bernoulli's principle, Dave.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What would happen according to Bernoulli's principle when the air rushes into a smaller space?
It's going to cause displacement.
Yeah, it will speed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was this a vacuum? No. There's air throughout those chambers. And how this is designed is, how big is the chamber where the small weights are? Very small. And there's a whole opening.
I see an input and an output.
Yeah, and there's a whole opening by that chamber. So literally having air rush in from the larger area around it to the smaller area, and because it is not heat controlled,
Yeah.
temperature can change everything.
Yeah.
So there's so much wrong with this apparatus, it's not even funny.
Exactly.
I just had to point that out. If they were really serious about being honest and saying, yeah, we control the variables, that apparatus wouldn't even see the daylight.
I'd be embarrassed. As if I were a Glober, I would be embarrassed if that was my definitive proof right there. Some crap from the early 18th century or the early 19th century. That's it. That's what you've got. Here we are in 2024, and that's what you got.
Yeah.
Really?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it looks
an uncontrolled experiment.
Yeah, and it looks like plans for an open plan fire.
We call that janky looking.
It is janky. This was another video I saw. I actually presented it before, but we'll probably get it on later. But let's watch some of the stream again. Should probably put the overlay on. But it's good to see everybody. Thank you guys for coming. Please hit the likes, share the show. It really, really does help to have you guys do that. Hey, Saddlebum. Hey, Shifty Eyes. Glad to have you guys. Okay, let's do this.
Craig, please don't be afraid to use the correct name of things. It's called the atmosphere.
It's the Atmos. It's not correct because gas doesn't have a shape, Craig.
It doesn't matter if you don't like the name of it, Dave.
It doesn't have a shape. So now back to the original question. Okay. You know what I'm talking about. You call it one thing. I call it something else. It both means the same thing. It's the very air that we're breathing and the other gases in our atmos. Okay. So can you show me or demonstrate a downward acceleration of this air to the earth due to mass attracting mass or gravity or whatever? Can you show me this? Actually demonstrate that there is a downward acceleration of air.
That's why we have a gradient, because it matches the predictions of gravity acting on the air.
You asked a simple question.
What you asked.
Anybody here, what does the word demonstrate mean?
To show people something.
Show them something. It's simple.
Yeah, exactly what the Cavendish non-experiment was. It was a demonstration of torsion dynamics. It was showing oscillation due to torsion twist because of torque. That was a demonstration. Now, when we ask you globies to demonstrate gas pressure without the need of containment, you pointing to the sky doesn't make it a demonstration. Okay? That just makes you incompetent.
Well, we already knew that.
I mean, they act like this the air is all like a layer cake or some shit. And it's not. That's why I was even saying in the chat, I'm starting to even doubt the concept of particles of gas. It's like, can you show me a particle of gas? I mean, this is a mysterious substance, man. I need more. I need more than.
Well, it's actually just in a model, like you get the atomic model, and it's just used to explain things, which works great. Just like they got their gravity model explaining things. It doesn't make gravity real. It's just the model used in everyday life. It doesn't mean doesn't make gravity a force. It doesn't make it real. It just means we observe a phenomena, and they called it gravity. That's it.
Don't you need science for scientific model?
Yes,
Usually.
That's the issue they have when they claim.
Usually, yeah.
Ellen, what you showing on screen? But good to see you, Michael. What's up, man?
Seems to be a carbon fiber container. It's good for 5,000 psi.
PSI? What does PSI mean?
Pounds per square inch on the surface of the inside of this thing.
Nice.
I like the way you said that, Alan. I like the way you said that. I made Brenda freak out. She asked me, she says, well, in a pressurized cylinder, is there pressure in the middle of that cylinder? I said, no. And she goes, yes, there is. And I goes, not unless there's something displacing the material. I said, that pressure is only against the containment.
Yeah.
All over.
She called me a liar and a bigot and rage quit. So
That's Brenda for you.
Well, she is a phenomena, according to Brenda. So,
No, that's true.
but yeah, it's.
Can I ring the bell for?
Have you seen that thing, Michael?
What's that? A wine glass?
Yeah, have you seen the thing?
I just want to say thank you to you, Mob, for becoming a King Rooster member. Wow, really appreciate the support, man.
That's
You
a
are
right wine
awesome.
glass.
I tried to tell people it was first perspective.
shit, that glass really is that big. I thought it was foreshortening. I thought it
That's really
it is big. Holy shit.
That's
Yeah, I
massive.
just want to say thank you to Chris for you mopped. Really awesome. Thank you for becoming a King Rooster member, man. I appreciate it. You are awesome. By the way, guys, if you haven't supported and subscribed to him, do go and subscribe to him. Our video that we had is actually doing very well on his channel. Big ups to him. Okay, let's carry on watching Mr. Craig run away from honesty, as usual.
I would recommend looking to the right side.
So, for instance, the
Sorry?
I would recommend looking to the right side of the screen because the left side, you kind of get sick.
Well, I look at the left side and I
acceleration,
start feeling dumb.
Yeah, exactly. The right side's smart.
to Newton's law, as I described earlier, product of two or more masses inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, means that the further the atmosphere is away from the surface of the Earth, the less attractive force there will be. That explains why we have the gradient showing that there is a downward acceleration. The fact that air also has weight shows that there is a downward acceleration.
I so badly want to give my rebuttal to this now, but I can't. I have to keep it for the debate.
I know.
Oh, he's going to. Oh man, the guy's going to get triggered with me. Oh, can't wait. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I would give the rebuttal now, but I'm not going to give the ball away to Craig now.
No.
So Craig, yes, bring this up Saturday, please. Sunday, bring it up. Bring Mount Everest up, please. I beg you. Because I thought of a nice way to literally throw it back in his face.
Oh my goodness.
Let's put it this way, just because if he brings it up, by default, he will be conceding gravity does not attract gas from mass to mass. I'll tell you how. Ooh, it's exciting.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Hey, Terry whatever it says, if they are measuring elevation changes, then it must be flat. No. If you're measuring elevation changes, then it cannot be flat. Wow.
Elevation change is based for an incline and slope angle based from a horizontal datum. So it has to be flat, your reference, to be able to get those elevation references, angle measurements. Yeah. Roger Ledwell, thank you very much for your $2 super chat, man. Really appreciate it. He says, rocket science, or gas specialists? Well, it depends if they ate a whole ton of beans.
Yeah.
Actually, you could make a rocket using gas pressure. I've done it before. So, yeah, all right.
Well, thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it, man.
Done. Next.
You haven't, no, not next. You just said a bunch of shit. I said, can you demonstrate or prove, not just say a bunch of shit, because there's no downward pressure of the air on me from gravity pulling the air down. There isn't on anybody. Pounds per square inch, when it comes to gas pressure, comes to the amount of pressure per square inch of your surface of your body or anything that is displacing the medium. In order to have a volume of gas in the first place, it has to be contained. Can you show me an instance of a gas containing itself? No, you can't. It has to be contained in order to be in a volume. There's no other way. Gravity has absolutely no effect on gases, even if it existed. Everything is due to temperature, right? Think about this. And we also have Dalton's law. What is Dalton's law? All right, that's the sum pressure is the amount of each one of the gases or elements in the mixtures, pressures added together. As we rise in elevation, we start to get some different things. You guys are always looking for a one-step solution. It's not, because we have temperature change as we go up in elevation. We also have dispersal when we go up in elevation. We also start losing some of those elements if we get up even higher, like the water, okay? The bottom line is there is no downward acceleration of air. Sure, you can put a contained volume of air into a vessel and you can...
Yeah. I think he was enjoying watching your time go down there, though. But you can see he's not even concentrating. The more you're trying to explain to him, it's like he's got this glazed look on his eyes, like, what's this guy saying?
Yeah, the more he checks out.
Yeah, that's his glasses.
He's probably looking for his refracted hand.
He's got to be taking a long time to find that one.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, it's got to take a long time to try and demonstrate that one, that's for sure.
But it's very simple. Dave, you were very concise. That's why I kept it going now. You're just asking literally for a demonstration of where they say gas is held down by gravity, because that's their claim. So demonstrate it. Don't say things, just demonstrate it. Do an actual demonstration, because that's your claim. And they just seem to not understand what demonstration means. What's up, Ryan? Good to see you.
Sorry, I'm late. I had to take my mom to an appointment.
It's good to see you. Yeah, but that's why I said I don't know if they know what the word demonstration means.
No, they run away from it.
And then they try and reverse the burden of proof onto us.
Yeah.
Just like you tried to do with him with the Cavendish after you asked him to steel man the argument. Do you know I got the ballers making videos now saying, I'm dishonest because on the stream, the first part, I said, he didn't ask you for the IV when you asked him to steel man him. So you're just ignoring. I got a bad memory. And then we go and watch the first part, and you literally see when he asks you to steel man, he wants you to steel man what the argument is. He didn't ask for an IV. After you answered him and steel manned it and he agreed with it, he then asked you for the IV. And you
he wanted some to steel man him so then he could switch burden.
Exactly.
Yeah, the next time I'm asked to steel man, I'm going to say no.
Yep.
No, that's your argument. You play it. I don't play your instrument.
Sorry about the super chat. Dealing with a rocket engineer in my DMs. Really? Ooh. Yeah, Moomin Rider, what's up? He didn't know what a steelman was until Witted started using it. That's why I say he doesn't even know fallacies to begin with. I don't know if you guys try to watch that stream we had with the Mind Shock review, where, I mean, Mind Shock does he literally just reviews and he
Mind
points out
Shot don't know
fallacies.
what fallacies are either.
To a point. He definitely knows more than Craig, though. But what was funny is every time Mindshock just spoke, then Craig tried to make up new fallacies. It's like, I'm going to call this guy a fallacy of a fallacy because he's making a fallacy of a fallacy. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? So I'm going to make a new fallacy. When he opens his mouth, it's a fallacy. So that's a fallacy.
Yikes. You know, Alex symbols are, you know what they are, right?
Gavin B, what is a steel man? Superman?
Yeah, right. I'd never heard of it until recently myself, you know, and I was like, what are they talking about with that? And then, okay, so it's basically he wants you to come back to him with what a globetard would say. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
And hell, I talk to these guys all day, man. I see these idiots all day long. They run from me constantly now. And it's like, you know, okay, here's what you guys always say. Oh, Cavendish, blah, gradient, blah, you know, dumb shit like that. So there you go. You want me to prove your point for you? I'm sorry. You're asking the lead guitarist to play drums. Kiss off. It's not happening.
Yeah. Hey, Liv. Hey, Joyce B. Good to see you. But I'm going to ask him as well to steelman the flat earth. Because I can guarantee you he doesn't know what the flat earth even is. Because he always likes to strawman us using the flat earth society model. Don't use that. So I'm going to ask him, because I'm going to ask him straight. I have doubts that you even know what the flat earth model is. So what is the flat earth argument? And we'll see what he says. Thank you very much for another $2 super chat, Roger Edwell. He says metal gymnastics is soup for nuts. I think he means mental, or is it metal?
Yeah, metal.
But thank you very, very much, man.
Those
I appreciate
damn
it.
typos.
Hey, Mr. Meeseeks. You think Craig's sweating then? Wait till he sees me on Sunday. Oh,
Mr. Meeseeks.
I think the problem with Craig is he's too dumb to know he's overconfident. I think, Dave, you realize that.
Well, all he's got, really, if you think about it, is this authoritative academic attitude, like he's some kind of an academic authority on something. And this is why he says, and so this is why I say blah, 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 blah. Next question. And I'm like, no, you pompous piece of crap. We're not going to the next question.
It's because they've got about 200 dumb followers all bigging him up, putting him on a pedestal. Like, so he thinks he's smart.
That's why they're always talking to their subscribers.
No, these
like,
days.
Listen, guys, do you hear this guy? Do you hear him?
These days he
like,
gets
who are you talking to?
These days he gets like 600 views or something.
See,
So
he's got 56. He's got 56,000 subscribers, and he only gets 600 views. Wow.
Okay, I just want to say hi to David Banner for coming in and no longer on the ball. Good to see you. You are Mop. Thank you very much for your $5 super chat. Really appreciate it. It says, please steelman the globe for your $5. Sure. The globe claims that we live in an infinite vacuum expanding universe with a ball of stardust that coalesced to make a globe. And we are just in perfect proximity of the sun to be able to orbit it and giving the perfect life environment. That's it.
It's amazing.
But Craig said the universe is a container.
Yeah, because according to thermodynamics, the universe is a hypothetical isolated system. Remember, isolated systems don't exist in reality. It's literally hypothetical.
Did you not know it was a giant vacuum chamber?
A vacuum container.
Yeah.
Look, you don't actually really get a vacuum in nature because nature abhors a vacuum, but you get a low pressure system. Now, when you get a vacuum chamber, as they try and make on Earth, that's man-made. That's not naturally occurring.
It doesn't. Yeah, you don't see it nowhere, do you?
Yeah, exactly. I hope that's what you wanted, Chris. Or if you want to be more specific on what part of your globe you want me to steal, man, let me know. More than happy. Just don't do a Craig, though, and say, oh, it's your claim now.
I was watching some thing. I like to watch sci-fi movies and shit, and then sit there and pick it all apart, you know. And there's this one I was watching, and they go into this airlock, and as soon as they remove the air in the airlock, these people just became weightless. Like that's why they became weightless, because they took
Because
the
the
airlock.
Wow.
Oh, okay. They never mentioned
That's
that.
kinda dumb.
But I'm noticing it. As soon as they take the air out, the guy starts floating, and I'm like, okay.
That's how you control gravity.
Well, Sean Hawkins is tripling down by saying when you put something in a vacuum, it doesn't get heavier when you release the air, when you remove the air. Because he's so dumb, he thinks we're still talking about the vacuum chamber. Sean,
Yeah.
for the 5th time now, we're not talking about the vacuum chamber. We're talking about the object inside the vacuum chamber. He's an idiot. What's up, Angular Resolution? Good to see you, man. Glad you could make it. Oh, wow. Yeah, guys, please hit the like, share the show. Appreciate you all.
Weigh it, but it's only that specific contained volume of air that's in disequilibrium. Now, when you put an object in a vacuum chamber and you remove the medium, the object actually gets heavier. This is backwards to the whole thing. If the air is having a downward acceleration against an object and things, this is what's causing the pressure. The object should actually get lighter on the scale when you remove the mass of the air that's surrounding the object.
I think we're very clear there. Object. Sean, object.
Yep. Very clear, Dave.
But it also went past, but it totally went past Craig's head as well, by the way.
So can you show me a downward acceleration of air due to gravity? It should be 9.8 meters per second squared, but
Craig.
No, okay. Yep. So well, you started with a straw man there, so everything else that you said was kind of pointless, really.
This is the rubbish he loves to do. Making an excuse why he doesn't need to answer you. First of all, what was your straw man?
It wasn't.
That wasn't a straw man. It wasn't. Because that's exactly what he claimed. His words were gravity contains. Correct? So he's asking to back up that claim. Show gravity containing gas. So where's the straw man? Hello, Aru. Good to see you.
You don't have to answer us, though, does he? Because he's smarter
The
than
man's out in the field. He's called a scarecrow.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a brain.
Exactly, or a heart.
If I only had a brain.
Yeah, that makes me think. Imagine we had to set up the Wizard of Oz poster now. Who would FTFE been playing on the Wizard of Oz poster?
Cowardly Lion.
I was just going to say Lion got to it. Lion.
Yeah.
And McToon.
Same.
McToon would be Oz. Definitely.
He's the flying monkeys.
And Simon and Dan, I'm thinking the Tin Man.
Them flying monkeys scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, man.
I know, I didn't like them.
It was freaky. Yeah, it was freaky, definitely.
Remember when the witch said, "Fly, my pretties, fly"?
Another Mandela effect.
Yeah, she's never said that now. I'm like, what?
Fly. That's it. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Fly. Since when was it that?
Fly. Exactly. Yeah,
I'm so
tomorrow,
tired of altering our life or timeline.
yeah,
How
something's
could we all
definitely
remember this?
Mhm.
Oh, we all just have false memories. Every single one of us. We weren't there together, but we all just remember the same thing somehow.
Yeah.
From different countries.
Statistically, it's stupid, isn't it? Like millions of people all remember same misremembering.
Let me ask
Doesn't
you a
make
lot.
sense.
Yeah, let me ask you a logical thing. What's more logical to deduce? People that's never met each other before have the same false memory, okay? Or everybody remembers the correct thing and it was changed.
Right.
Occam's razor.
Exactly. The most logical one is the one that you should pick.
Mm-hmm.
It's obvious that things have changed.
Kind of like when you go outside and you see the earth is flat and the sky rotates. Somebody thought, no, it's opposite.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think this is the reason, and then they have to make this whole spiel new religion.
You're wrong.
Because they want it to be that way.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
I don't think David Banner's a fan of Craig's.
Shout out to David Banner. I hope you're doing a bit better, mate. I know he's been going through some chemo and stuff. I'm praying for you.
You'd be challenged to find a fan.
Oh, Banner, with that walking stick refracted.
I'd love to see David Banner get mad on camera.
No, he's just too laid back. David's very laid back.
Well, imagine if he did get mad.
Oh, of course. He's Hulk out. He's Hulk out, wasn't he?
Puny human.
Yeah.
Roger Ledwell for another $2 super chat. Really appreciate it. Says chickens and eggs proof of containment. That's actually a very true statement.
Exactly.
Actually, show me something in reality where there is no containment.
Wait, the chicken is a container? No.
We're a container. Also, we are keeping the blood in our bodies.
We're a container.
Blood vessels.
We're a container full of containers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what's going on there.
Well said.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And they should have named windows. No, they should have named it containers.
Yeah.
I'm pouring from this container into this container.
Why? How the hell do you get that right?
And it's going to go into this container.
And
let gravity do it. You know, I have to have a.
Why did you have to pour it into the glass? Why couldn't you just pour it in the air and gravity
it would be all over my lap and I wouldn't be able to get it into this container.
And that would be alcohol abuse.
Are you sure?
That too.
I want to ask you guys something. Us breathing, is that based on Bernoulli's principle?
I would imagine.
I would think
and would that be we need containment for having that surface area to rush the air in and out?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and explain this again to people like the Sean Hawkins. When you blow on a piece of paper, how you are proving that you need containment? You were proving that because you had air pressure on a surface area, and as soon as it hit the surface area, it bounced away to never return again.
Inside a container of the earth.
And you're already
That's like a jet-powered sailboat.
Yeah.
I know QNFE is a bit of a troll, like, but that video I did of Sean with.
Oh, that was a dance.
Funniest thing I've seen ever.
Yeah, but I mean, shout out to QNP as well. Although we don't see eye to eye and he does a lot of stuff for me, I still got no issues with QNP there.
That is so funny. Playing it.
There's an astronaut on screen.
With the recorder.
Funny's funny, isn't it? No matter what. Like.
Oh, he's so funny.
Yeah, but Gavin, if you ever thought about humans...
He's a knob at the same time.
Yeah, Gavin says, technically, you think about it, humans are like donuts. Don't tell Brenda that. She thinks it's a phenomenon.
Time in middle.
Yeah, don't tell Brenda that. She'll think we're black holes inside the middle.
Oh, my God. I showed her that little hand boiler.
Well, technically.
I told you about that. She thought, I says, what's going on there? And she says, you heated the liquid and made it go up the tube. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't worry. Sean Hawkins thinks it's a perfect vacuum. He says there's no gas in there. Can anybody in reality show me any containment, a vacuum chamber, where there is no gas in, please? Go ahead. Show me.
If there's one little tiny molecule,
yeah.
It does not exist, my friend.
Yeah.
Because it would collapse. If you got all the air out, it would collapse. It would. Yeah.
Entropy is a bitch.
Yep.
That's the one.
You can't overcome natural law, guys.
No.
Sorry to say it.
Can't change the laws of physics, man.
Well, you can get out.
You started with the straw man.
Sorry?
So you can get out your math and start changing the numbers.
Yeah, that's the thing. Math is descriptive. Math isn't reality. You can make math about anything, but it doesn't make your math correct as it being reality. Hey, Jeff, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Just a good exemplification of the fact that math is not reality would be the United States federal prison system. There are several people in there whose math looked good, but it didn't reflect reality. These people were money launderers and embezzlers.
There we go. And that showed you the math lied because the people believed there were money in accounts which there weren't even money to be in.
Dark money.
So math lied.
It was
Black
dark
money.
That's what I'll claim.
Wow.
Say, well, you didn't look for the dark money that obviously is
Invisible
there.
dollar.
Prove it doesn't exist. So
yeah. One thing I have to give up for Craig, though, he is going through a tough time with his getting emotionally correct for his knee amputation and things. So that I will stick up for Craig. And big ups to him for actually getting his health in order. I mean, you have to admit, he has...
I know how he could lose another 10 pounds of fat real easy while he's in there for that amputation. Have him take his head off, too. That would get rid of an extra 10 pounds of fat.
I don't think his head weighs that much.
There'll be a lot less gravitational acceleration for sure.
It's all skull, though.
That's how you know he never worked on a submarine, because they'd have never got his head in it. There's no submarine big enough.
Oh, wow. Yeah, imagine he's walking down the hall.
All right, we better stop
the submarine floating about with pineapple stuck out at the top.
Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, let's go on.
The gas can't contain itself. Correct. Gas can't contain itself, but we don't say it does.
Yes, that's exactly what you said.
Did you
say gas contains itself? You said gravity contains the gas. Because of gravity, gas is contained. That's gas containing itself. What is a column of air in the atmosphere, guys? Would that be gas containing itself?
Yeah.
That's what Wally said.
Because they're claiming column of air. They're claiming the air is pushing down on the air below it. So in other words, they're claiming gas contains itself.
Where's Wally said gas needs no containment because it pushes off itself.
Yeah. What an
So, welcome to Flat Earth then, Wally. Wow. He's not the brightest.
No, he's aptly named. He's definitely aptly named.
Well, where's Wally? He's always been lost. You got to find him.
Where'd he go?
I think where's Wally?
Did I tell you when I went to that concert, there was a guy there that was dressed like Waldo? He had glasses on and everything. Yeah, and we were cracking up. We took a video of him.
Waldo.
I know Americans call him Waldo, don't they? It's Wally here. Waldo in America.
Yeah. Well, because Wally is a little robot. Yeah.
Wally.
Yeah, Wally.
Perfectly good at containing the gas on Earth. However, all of the gas in the universe, every single bit of gas in the universe, all the gas on Earth, every hydrogen atom out.
No.
Your mom says, guys, I'm going to be the devil's advocate for a moment. Do you really believe you know better than millions of brilliant people worldwide? It's not about knowing anything. It's
about brilliant.
Yeah. Remember, a lot of people have been duped into believing what they believe.
Yeah, I'd put it to you, I'm marked. I think you'll think that they're brilliant when they're not.
They're not brilliant.
This way. Would you say Neil deGrasse Tyson is brilliant, Craig? Chris?
No, definitely not.
I know a lot of the globe side people that literally want to throw him under the bus because they don't agree with him, and while he's literally giving the globe rhetoric.
But we were all tricked. We were once there.
Here's the thing. It's just this: you're somebody that's postulating that just because they have accolades behind their name is obviously not very brilliant. Is obviously not very smart to believe that a gas can contain itself or that you can have a volume of it without containment. When has anybody ever seen any such condition like this at all? So that right there, it cancels itself out. Millions of brilliant people. If there's millions of people that are thinking that, they're obviously not that brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
And another thing, like brilliant people to keep the brilliant jobs can't speak out. You know, they have to toe the line.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at
it's
physics,
a big club and you're not in it.
if you look at physics teachers, this is a perfect example. They have to teach what's in the curriculum. Let's, for instance, take evolution. Evolution's never been a fact. It's never been proven, nothing, but they still teach it as scientific fact in schools.
They have diagrams like, I don't know, like fetuses changing and that, and they're proven false. Like, you know, they were drawing.
They still have them up.
Made up by somebody, and they're still in them textbooks.
Right.
Well, textbooks in the history will still say that a lone gunman from a warehouse shot John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
No one with any grain of
Good in the
brains
front seat.
believes that, but it's still
Exactly.
talking.
Exactly.
Yeah. They'll also tell you two airplanes took down 3 buildings. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I checked. You don't need to be very smart to know 2 doesn't take 3 down, especially in different
It was a
locations.
paper fire.
You know, my physics teacher in junior
There
high
was diesel engines in the building.
My physics teacher in junior high school died right in the middle of class, but nobody knew it. He was sitting at his desk. He was sitting at his desk. He was an old cranky bastard, right? And so everybody thought he was napping, and that was good. Don't bother him. He was dead.
Really?
He was probably dead all freaking day.
I bet nobody woke him up. Periods.
That's heavy.
Man,
Wow.
that
Wow.
sounds like I would be.
LJ, thank you very much for your $2 super chat, man. Really appreciate it. He says, FTFE probably believes a rooster can become a hen.
I know Brenda does.
Yeah,
Pretty well.
Brenda and what's that other guy from Down Under? He also believes that because he believes he is a hen now. So,
Well, he's a cock.
But thank you very much for the super chat, mate. Really appreciate it.
The big giveaway is the little gizzard in the front.
Oh, yeah.
Little dangly thing.
He's such a dingus.
In space, every part of every galaxy is contained within the universe. So for you to say there is no container for the gas is just false, because every bit of the gas is contained within the universe. Specifically on Earth, it's contained thanks to gravity.
And he just contradicted himself.
Yeah, he did.
Woo!
He does that a lot.
Even after being told by George Musa, he still says that same stupid crap, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's insane. I mean, how much clearer can you make it? He's just contradicted himself.
Let him go. Let's keep hearing his idiocy.
Well, I first have to say something. I mean, think about it this way. He just conceded that gas needs containment. Everything's contained by the universe.
Yep.
Well done. That's step 1. We know that. But Earth is a separate open system inside the universe, Craig. Get it? Separate system. So what makes the Earth different than the universe as containment? Weird. It's like taking a fish tank and stick it in a pond and saying, no, we don't need containment for the fish tank, but we need containment for the pond.
Right.
Yeah.
My best thing that they always say, well, there's nothing on the top, so it's not contained. And I'm like, oh my God, man. Different applications. Stupid.
Lazy.
You don't see that water up there, dude?
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Hey, Nicholas, good to see you, man.
It's like showing a caveman a cup, innit?
Yeah. And he hits himself on the head with it and goes,
And because it's not contained on the top is one of the reasons that we get to have this wonderful thing called rain and moisture in our atmosphere is because it evaporates. If it had a lid on it, you wouldn't have any evaporation now, would we?
Mm-hmm.
God.
Okay, guys, ready?
And the downward acceleration is shown precisely by the fact that we have a pressure gradient, which you completely ignored. That answers your question. Please do not ask the same question again.
No.
Okay, I got another super chat.
That's
Thank
the
you
same
very
question.
much. Thank you very much, Miss Mod Queen Bee. Channel support from me and PJ with £5 super chat. Really appreciate it. I really do appreciate you guys' Chennai support.
Well, I didn't have a clue about the Chane support. It's new to me as well.
Thank you very much, Vicky, for your Chennai support. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys very much.
It's cool.
So he's saying this gradient is air falling at 9.8 meters per second squared. That's what your gradient is?
That's what he's claiming. While he's claiming, you claiming that that's a straw man, where it's literally his argument. So you steel manning his argument again by literally saying you claiming gas is held down by gravity. He's saying he's a straw man. And he says that because he realizes it's a stupid argument.
It's kryptonite. It's their kryptonite. Gravity and the gravity and the gas pressure is their kryptonite. They cannot, there is no way out of it. And they keep trying to jump anywhere else. They jump to gradient, but that's going to what? That suggests the air is continuously coming down at 9.8 meters per second squared. Why do I not feel a wind? How come a barometer will work sideways, upside down?
But best thing is, though, they'll say gas pressure gradient, and obviously pressure's in the wording.
Exactly.
But I laughed in the debate when you told him why does he's like, but you guys need the gas. Why is the gas not rushing up? And you're like, yeah, but why is the gas not rushing down? He says nobody says that. It's like that's exactly what you're saying. Oh, these idiots.
No, it didn't answer my question at all. I said, can you demonstrate a downward acceleration of air due to gravity?
Yes, absolutely. At the base of Mount Everest, the air pressure is approximately 14.7 psi. At the summit of Mount Everest, the air pressure is approximately 6 psi, showing that the further away from the surface of Earth you are, the less attractive force you are, showing as a downward acceleration of the gas.
Oh, wow.
You lost your mind, dude.
I can't wait when he brings that up. Oh,
demonstrate. God.
You are mocked.
Stands in front of a mirror practicing his spiel.
But you're going to see when we debate Sunday, I'm going to rip him apart with that argument. So I really, really want him to bring it up. You are mocked. Thank you for your $20 super chat, man. Really appreciate this. I have to go, but forward to chatting with you all soon. Cheers, man. Appreciate you too, man. Really, really good to see you. Blessings. I really do like Chris. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah, he's sound.
Give it time, he'll be a flat earther, guys.
All right.
So I just want to quickly get myself a tablet for my toothache. Talk amongst yourself. I
don't want him on our side, man. I don't want him over here. No. Flat earther. Fuck that guy, man. Fuck that guy.
You keep him.
Yeah, I don't want his ass. No way.
We have to. Like that kid in the neighborhood that nobody wanted to play with. But do I have to play with him, Mama?
Which one?
That's a lot better. My microphone was going through the camera and not through this, and I don't like that.
How dare you?
But yeah, nobody wants that fucking guy. I mean, come on. He's just a little. He's like a little snipey girl. I mean, he went through under the pseudonym of Paul Craig.
Yeah.
On every comment on Jeranism's video and responded to every one of them, damn near. And I was like, that is pathetic. I called him out.
Every response was stupid.
Yep. Like a little girl, like a little jilted girl or something.
It's all ego with these people.
It is, and he's got some retards that follow him and shit and think that he's really brilliant because he talks all authoritative and insults people that don't go along with the status quo. And that's what their gig is. They are, see, there's this thing that happens. People get this smart by proxy. They think that if they regurgitate some shit that they heard from someone that they regard as smart, that makes them smart by proxy. They don't understand the shit that they're postulating. They just heard someone else postulate it. He's revered as smart, and therefore I am now smart by proxy.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to bring up, because I'm thinking now, you like bringing up words that people, the globe site says that doesn't exist, like interstand. They think interstand's not a word, guys. It's literally a word that means you understand more than the word understand.
Oh.
I'll bring it up now. I just want to say
Understand literally means to stand under. And in legalese, this is a thing they use at you all the time. The police will ask you, do you understand? Once you claim that you stand under them, they now have the authority. That's why I never say I understand. I say I dig what you're saying. I comprehend your words. Never will I stand under something.
But interstand definitely does exist. I just want to say to Roger Little, thank you very much for your $2 super chat. And he says Cavendish will be brought up on the table, to the table. Definitely. He's going to bring Cavendish up. And if he brings up his nonsense that mass attracts mass is due to the distance apart, then I'm going to say, well, that's not gravity then. Well done. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Interstand, adjective. So, Sean, this is a real word, mate. Existing or occurring between two or more strands. Variance less commonly. That's adjective. There's another one I had. Occurring between, relating, or involving two or more strands. No, but there was another one.
Oh, you have interstrand. You have to put
Hey, I want to say something's wrong. Yeah, no, but I got interstand. Interstanding. There we go. Someone or something that is interesting. What is interesting keeps your attention because he, she is, or no, that's interesting.
Drop the T and add an E. Interstanding.
Interstanding.
No, no T. Inner.
Oh, that's why. Understanding. There we go. Understanding is about a deep initiative, understanding of ourselves, others, and our experiences. Understanding is more than just understanding. It delves into a deeper awareness of our emotions, truths, and motivations. It's a deeper level of understanding that comes from the internal and intuitive perspective. So in this understanding works. There we go. So don't use words like proxy or understanding or something, okay? Because apparently it doesn't exist.
Well, for those of you that are grammarly challenged, vocabulary challenged, a proxy is someone who stands in your place. Okay. For instance, back in the old days, people could get married by proxy. A guy's off fighting a war, and someone could stand in as him to marry the bride. Of course, he couldn't consummate the marriage or anything like that, but then that marriage was done by proxy. Okay. And it was all legal.
It was by authority.
Right.
Yeah. Well, thanks for explaining. I never really knew that.
Okay, where were we?
The more you know.
The more you know, yeah.
Yeah, you learn something new every day.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that's also something we should actually talk about. Why is it as if the Globers don't actually try to learn anything new? They just spew the same garbage.
Yeah, I know, because they know everything.
Yeah, they know it all because they've been told it all.
Yeah, they went to school. And we didn't. We're just stupid.
We didn't. Okay, yeah. You're talking to someone that got 4 distinctions. I mean, really?
They're unteachable parts. Nobody can teach them anything. They've got all the knowledge they need. They don't need any more. That's it.
Wow.
They're
well, and it's also
ultimate.
They can only learn something new. They don't really learn something new. They hear something new. Yeah. And based on who it came from, they'll use it again in an attempt to be smart by proxy.
Yeah.
That's why they don't ever learn anything. Like I start thinking about stuff and I come to my own ideas on it. You know, I start going, hey, wait a second. Here's some questions that aren't being asked. Like my thing about like a particle of gas. I'd like to see just a particle of gas, but it's just a reference frame we use. I don't think to be taken quite literally, right? But these guys will take it literally and think that there's tiny little specks of gas that are somewhere
that have never been.
And it's like, well, what's in between those little specks?
Nothing.
How can that
weird.
be?
There's nothing in between. It's really odd. But I mean, it's the
Like
same as light. What is light? They can make postulations and a model of what light is, how it reacts. But who knows what light really is?
Right. Like fire. You see it, it does things, but it's not really a physical object. You can pass right through it.
Yeah.
You have only the reaction you get is due to the temperature of it. But so what exactly is a flame?
Exactly. That's the one I always use. What is a flame? It consumes stuff. It uses air.
Flame?
It's a conversion of energy.
It's almost like it lives, doesn't it? Because it consumes, it feeds. If it doesn't breathe, it dies. But what
it
is
looks like an entity, a living thing.
Yeah, but what is it? You can't. What kind of substance is it? It's you can't explain it. You can't, and it can't be described. I don't think.
But I think there's a lot of things in reality that they just make a model, and because it explains it, they think that's what it is.
Well, that's what people want.
Just think about it this way. Remember when phlogiston was a thing? It was supposed to be scientifically valid.
Finally.
Okay. It was.
How many people here know what phlogiston is, though?
And it worked. Yeah, but I'm saying phlogiston was explained and it worked. It was supposed to be this ethereal medium, you could say, which was giving the heat. But because they believed you needed a medium for it. But now, did that actually mean it was a thing, a real thing? Was it actually real? No. And that's exactly how they base everything on today. We have a model that, it describes it, so therefore that's what it is. Nonsense. It's actually idiotic. It's a stupid way of looking at life.
Yeah.
It's called naivety.
Everybody
yeah. So in other words, you just need a lab coat. You just need to say this is what it is, and therefore that makes it so.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Is the temperature the same?
No, it's a lot colder.
No, it's not. Does temperature affect gas, Craig?
Absolutely, it does.
Okay,
Doesn't take away
so your whole analogy of at the base of Mount Everest and at the top don't mean shit, because we know what happens to gases with temperature, don't we?
So you're ignoring the fact that there's a difference in air pressure regardless of the temperature.
I'm not.
Okay, right.
What did we just say?
I was just saying something. I don't want to have to buzz, so just let me talk. So at sea level in Antarctica, the air pressure is 14.7 psi. At sea level in the Bahamas, the air pressure is 14.7 psi. That debunks your claim about it being all due to temperature.
You never said all due to temperature. Wow. He's talking about gas behavior, Craig. Something you're supposed to be very, very familiar with, which you're definitely not. And by the way, 14.7 is just an average measurement. He thinks it's a... You can do yourself a favor. Go outside, take a pressure reading, and wait for the weather to change. It changes a minute. It changes a bit. It doesn't stay exactly 14.7 psi, Craig. Temperature literally changes the pressure.
Plus, check that link out I've just posted.
I see you got a link here.
It should explain everything.
I'm going to quickly share screen. Gas properties. Oh, I love this. Let me share it. Make sure it's showing. Let me take the chat away. So, ideal energy diffusion. Oh, I love diffusion. Okay, let's start with ideal. So, volume, nothing. Volume. Why is it showing that? What's a volume, guys? Would that mean this box is a volume?
Container.
Container, exactly. Okay.
Available space.
Collision counter.
Available space.
Let's put a collision counter in. Let's put the. We're gonna pump.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, now we got a
Nice.
amount of. See how they bounce. See the collision. See what's happening. It's exciting them. Okay, they're seeking equilibrium. You guys would agree. But where did it come out of? It came from the inlet, correct?
Right.
So it got produced there,
Yep.
like we see on Earth,
Right.
at ground level. Okay, let's heat this up quickly. What's going to happen to the gas? Ooh, the pressure's rising, guys.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They're going to
It's moving
disperse.
faster.
Not
The
many.
lid broke off.
Blunt lid off.
Where's all the gas going?
Wow.
Oh no! Is
Into-
gravity not holding it
do it.
down?
The dreams have been shattered.
Let's put different other parts. Let's pump some more in.
Well, you can just
Other
pump
ones.
Love that.
like a couple in and up and lid and see how long it takes them to finally bounce out.
How do you reset this thing? Okay. Okay. Let's go. It's
That,
closed.
that's a cool resource, man. That's a cool
This is
resource. I just
awesome.
bookmarked that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna put. There we go. There's 4 little ones.
And then put lid up in a little bit.
I will now, and we take the lid away.
and see
Okay.
how long
What's
it
going to
takes
happen
them to
now,
leave.
guys? Uh-oh. Is there becoming less and less pressure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Less and less stuff for the particles to bounce off.
Oh no!
Yep.
And did the least dense now leave before the more dense gas? Yes. Oh no, guys. Okay, let's make it.
Hold
cold.
on. They're going to hit the ISS and bounce back.
Oh no, they're cooling down now. So they're just slowing down. But is that changing their direction?
No.
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 Because what does gas have? Elastic collisions. They only change direction with, I don't know, a collision.
collision.
Okay, let's pick them up again. Let's make them a bit faster. Ooh, ooh, ooh. They're moving a bit faster. Uh-oh. But notice, they can only move direction with a collision. Not hard to understand.
So in other words, they would just keep going in space.
They would just keep going, doing their
Yeah,
thing.
if they don't hit another gas particle or they don't hit side of the container, they just keep going.
And that's how they went out there and created these gas giants, right?
Well, you won't
I don't
create
now
a
we are-
gas. In
but you
that
see-
scenario, you'd never create a gas giant.
But you see, now this is what we're asking the globies. This is what you must demonstrate in reality. You can have a fish tank or whatever, that's fine. Stick a gas in there and show us the gas staying in there indefinitely. But better yet, you have to do this in a vacuum chamber. So you need a vacuum chamber around this container and doing this. So that's actually brilliant.
Well, that even if you had that, say you had that tank in a classroom, notes should leave that tank because of gravity.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
If
That's
gravity
what I'm saying.
pulls air down, then no should ever leave a fish tank.
It shouldn't. Okay. Now we can see what's happening, guys. They're moving. This is called diffusion. What's going to happen when I remove the divider? They're going to go to the next system.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
They're going to
Let's
hook
reset
up.
the divider. Yeah. Really weird. Look, they're still going to the surrounding system. That's weird. But yeah, thanks for this, Michael.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Don't
awesome
thank
stuff.
me. I got it from Master B. Like first time I saw it, Adam showed it. Like
I'm going to play. I'm going to play with that. That is cool.
Can have some fun with that.
Yeah. It's cool.
For sure. Roger Ledwell, thank you very much for another $2 super chat. He says, they claim multiple Big Bangs. Really? I know they claim a Big Bang, and when you ask, okay, how did the Big Bang come from? They just say they don't know.
Oh, wow.
You know what's the irony? They want to claim you don't need God. You don't need intelligent design, but they want Big Bang. And then you ask, okay, According to natural law, the first law of thermodynamics, nothing can be created or destroyed. Your Big Bang literally needed something to be there first to happen. How did it get there?
Can I just shout out Professor Harvester?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Professor Harvester.
Professor Harvester in the house. He's got his lab coat on. Looking very good.
Yo.
Measuring at all times.
All right, good. Science.
Oh, really, man.
But
Biohazard.
Where's your mask? You're gonna catch the sea, man.
Yeah, I've put a bookmark in that little
but like to us though, it's just Alan again. But to a baller, all of a sudden he's become 1,000 times more smarter.
Whoa! But he's got a lab coat on. That's not Alan. That's Professor Harvester. Who are you talking about?
Yeah,
it's his twin brother.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's clever, brother.
I've been to space. Alan has not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You guys are disgusting to say that's Alan. Okay. It's disgusting.
What does space smell like?
Smells like.
Don't you dare challenge that.
Meat that's gone out of a vacuum into a plastic bag that couldn't be sucked down, and
But yeah, thanks for your super chat.
Years of it. Ooh, it gets nasty. Kind of like being in a submarine.
They say Craig was on a submarine. I think they had to put him on one. If he'd been on a surface ship, somebody would have pitched his ass overboard, man. I guarantee it.
Well, yeah, like got him out of a Tito tube.
Now, doesn't he claim to be a nuclear physicist?
That's what he says.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were a mop hand on a fucking nuclear submarine. How does that make you a nuclear physicist?
But let me put it this way. The first debate I ever had with him, okay, we were talking about thermodynamics, and he couldn't even tell me if Earth is an open. He told me a closed system lets matter through.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, right, if he were a
Does
nuclear
he not
physicist,
know what closed means?
If he were a nuclear physicist, he'd be in a job making decent money. Look at state on him. Battering all women with walking sticks with his refracted stick.
A refracted stick.
And these knives that can't stab anyone.
Temperature is a result of the fact that there is less atmosphere because there is less attractive force to hold it to the Earth because it's further away from the surface of Earth. It doesn't matter that you don't understand it, Dave. That is the answer to your question.
Really? Because I was under the impression that we produce, like, all of the water vapor in our atmos comes from right here on Earth. All the oxygen, all the nitrogen, all of the gases are coming from right here on the Earth. And why wouldn't there be a higher concentration of those gases right there? We also have to understand, too, that the Earth is much warmer than it is when you get up higher.
Now he's going to start buzzing a lot, guys.
Yeah, man.
He's going to get irritated now with the buzzer. This is where every time he's just going to open his mouth, it's going to buzz.
So...
Yeah, so why wouldn't there be a higher concentration? Because of gravity. The gases aren't produced. The gases are here on the Earth. There's not extra gases being made all of the time. It's just a conversion of ones.
They're being exchanged.
I was in the middle of...
Maybe he doesn't know what the word production means. Yeah, he stutters. See, this is what he's saying. He thinks he said created. I'm sorry, did you say produced or created, Sol?
I said created.
Produced, yeah.
Produced. Isn't Greta going crazy because the cows are producing methane?
Too much methane, too much. And then we overrun by CO2. I actually want to ask these idiots where they claim how much tons of gas leaves Earth apparently every day. Why do we have the same amount of pressure if the gas is leaving the system?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't CO2 make plants grow?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's weird.
If I take simple
So it would make the plant life grow fast.
Oh, and respiration, yeah.
If I take simple calcium, and add hydrochloric acid to it, okay, I will produce hydrogen.
Yep.
Okay, I know because I got in trouble for collecting a mason jar full of hydrogen in chemistry class in school, and they had to clear. Yeah, they had to clear out the whole school and release that. I mean, they made a big deal out of it. But I had this tube going underwater into a jar, and it was pretty cool experiment. But I had a whole jar of fucking hydrogen.
Nice stuff. I stole all the sodium chloride and flushed it down the toilets.
Oh God!
And it blew the shit out of fucking Bozeman Senior High.
But,
1 week of no school for me.
Damn.
Later, when you talk about earth respiration, Craig, you do know that respiration of soil is a thing. The ground literally has respiration. The soil.
The earth is alive.
Listen, I thought that was such a cool process when they even explained it to us. I remember in our science class, they were explaining the process of respiration. And at first I thought, like this dipshit did, well, that means breathing. Well, kinda.
Not the same thing, but it's a simplified version.
Right. I mean, it's the constant evaporation and condensation of water, the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen between organisms on the surface. I mean, this entire thing, that's what I think is so remarkable. When you realize that you're not on Earth, that you are Earth, you're part of this thing. Just like your kidney doesn't stand alone, your kidney works with the rest of your body. Every little bit we can separate them and call them separate things, but they all have to work together. So they're part of this entire organism that we call our body,
which is contained.
Yeah, which is contained a container full of containers, all the way down to the little cells. Every one of the little cells is a little container.
Exactly. I want to say, Roger Ledwell, thank you very much for another $2 super. She says, "How dare you?" Appreciate this.
Dare you?
You rock. Greta Thunberg. How dare you?
How dare you?
So look here, soil respiration is a measure of the carbon dioxide, that's CO2 for your ballers, released from soil. So where is that produced? Ground level.
Ground level. How about that?
It is released as a result of decomposition of soil organic matter and plant litter by soil microbes and through plant roots and soil fauna. That is literally creation of new gas.
Yep.
How did you know that?
I got a question. Wouldn't the dinosaurs put out a lot of that?
Oh, yeah.
When they died?
They would have had to.
Yeah.
I hear a giant in the background.
Chinese chicken bones glue.
Everybody's talking about gas today.
You got Pebbles Bam Bam became an activist bitching about the dinosaur farts, how dare you?
And they destroyed them all.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Get that bomb.
Sentence. It's in the converting one gas to another. There's not a production of extra gases. The amount of atmosphere that exists in one time doesn't really change that much, apart from the tiny leakage to space. So there is no extra production to make a higher amount down here and a less amount up there. Plus, as flat earthers tell us all of the time, gas expands equally in all directions. So
we live in a dynamic system, Craig.
Yep.
You know what dynamic means? It means it's not static. It means it constantly has variables changing.
Yeah. What we would expect if that's the case is because there is less pressure at the summit, at the top of Mount Everest compared to the bottom of Mount Everest, is, according to your logic, a constant upward wind from that high pressure going to the low pressure. But no, because the atmosphere is being contained.
Constant upward wind.
What an idiot.
What a moron.
Wait, upward wind.
What? An updraft. What's that all about?
Exactly.
Yeah, what other draft are you talking about?
We got this area over here at the
It must be pushing upward moving earth.
we got this area over here on the Massanutten Mountain that you can go there just about any time of the week, and you see these guys with hang gliders, and they pick up that updraft coming off the mountain and they fly off. And so, yeah, you can actually feel it. I mean, you go stand over at the edge of the mountain, you can feel the updraft coming up on you, man, half the time.
I've got buzzards near me, and I can watch them doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just fly constantly circling around. Right, I watch them on updrafts.
Damn buzzards almost killed me. Damn buzzards around here almost killed me. I was out in the yard with the dogs one day, and we was playing. All of a sudden, I heard something go thud. It just went thud.
But I don't know. Have you guys ever checked?
Am I muted or something?
When there's a blizzard or something?
Sovereign off the buff, and you.
Oh, I hear you.
Sorry.
You both Ryan and Flatzoid, you cut Sov off.
No.
I think
no,
Ryan's
nothing.
thing was breaking up. Ryan's thing was breaking up.
I think Sov's muted. Sov, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm not muted.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like buzzards, and then like you just chopped him off.
I was going to say these buzzards over here, out here flying over my house, because we got chicken houses way over about 700 yards from here. And one day I was out with the dogs. All of a sudden I heard something go thud on the ground, like right by me. And I turned around like, what the hell is that? My dogs ran over. It was a mangled up chicken, great big old chicken. And they'd been fighting over it way up in the air, and they dropped that thing and it landed in my yard, almost hit me, man.
Wow.
I was like, God damn.
Hey up, PJ, guess who we've got here? Suddenly Rob C. Nesbitt.
What?
Oh, Robbie B.
Rob C. Nesbitt.
Clumsy boy, grab us, my fags. Will you
American guys, if you don't know who Rob C. Nesbitt is, just type in Rob C. Nesbitt and you'll find that.
Yo, Vinny, what's up, yo?
Yo!
Guys. But let me just check, because I was saying when it comes to blizzard, okay, this alone debunks their gravity claim with gas holding gas down. Blizzard conditions often develop on the northwest side of the intense storm system. The difference between the lower pressure in the storm and the higher pressure in the west creates a tight pressure gradient, or difference in pressures between two locations, which in turn results in a very strong winds. So does that mean the pressure changes with temperature? So not 14.7 psi? Yeah.
That's what that would indicate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Intelligence changed because of my looks.
It was your Thank you, Roger Ledwell, for another $2 super chat, man. You rock. Really appreciate the support. He says equally for all gases. Yep. But do notice, you have to realize when it comes to gas behavior, it takes more energy to heat up a denser gas than a less dense gas.
Yep.
So that's why it's dynamically changing. It's not just literally straightforward. Oh, you heat up, everything just goes into equilibrium. That's not how it works. And that's how these guys want to see it, because they don't understand how gas behavior works.
Well, they also want to act like 14.7 psi is like a spray paint can. You know, that's not very high pressure at all. Okay, it really isn't. Considering for the size of the Earth and the volume, no, that's really low. That's about a half flat tire, really. You know.
But like you said as well, that 14.7 is pushing us from all sides, not just from on our heads.
It's displacement. Same thing if you go underwater. That water's not pushed. That water, you're not being pushed down by water pressure. It's pushing in on you equally on all sides. Points of displacement. It's that simple.
If I hold my arm out to my side, is that pushing up against underneath of my arm as well? Gravity debunked.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very nicely by gravity, regardless of your misunderstanding of that fact.
I see the frustration in your face, by the way.
You know what annoys me
You
about
still
Craig,
haven't demonstrated air heavy.
Sorry?
You know what annoys me about Craig? He keeps saying fact. And he's
The
got
whole
no
time.
facts.
Yeah.
Always said.
Remember, he said in his opening how he just works with empirical evidence. What empirical evidence has he brought up? Not one.
No, not one little bit. Never does. Never will.
In a downward acceleration due to gravity, I will point that out. You've postulated it several times, but you've given absolutely, other than your gradient, which is easily explained by the fact that we have a dynamic pressure system, which means that it's continuously heating and cooling throughout the day and throughout the night.
What's he doing?
He looks like one of them kids on a short bus rocking around.
Is it just too painful to listen to? It's like he's singing to himself or something.
La 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 la, I can't hear you. La la la.
Yeah, exactly.
Nuh-uh.
And throughout the seasons,
Dave.
all the time.
I mean, Craig.
I never said that any gases were being.
Craig, you're up.
Yeah. So, Dave, once again, you can't just hand wave away the gradient. No, there is not a large production of.
Didn't hand wave. He explained to you why there's a gradient. Oh, this guy's an idiot.
What's he going to say? There's not a large production at Earth.
Yeah, he says it's not a large production of gases on Earth. He literally, that's his
Where's
Craig.
it all come from then? Is the gas factories in the sky?
He says, his argument is they were already here. Okay, so the CO2 coming out of cars was already here, guys. The methane from cows was already here, guys.
Yeah. So what are we worried about?
Oh, wow. Yeah, so what do we have to worry about? Exactly.
Of gases, which if there was, and it's all down there and less up here, there would be a constant wind, as I've said. Please stop saying the same thing and just denying the evidence I presented being the difference in air pressure as you raise, exactly matching the predictions of what we say. Again, we go back to Richard Feynman, compute the consequences. If the hypothesis is that the Earth is created...
Does Craig think air disperses gas like it?
Yeah, he doesn't understand. Air is gas.
But air is gas. I know.
Yeah. What? He doesn't. These are the. How do we put this in simple terms, these guys? When we talk about the air we breathe, the atmos, it's gas. When you say atmosphere, that's literally gas. That's why I love bringing up Dalton's law. Just like
when Hawkins denied air or gas.
It's insane. But I mean, this is the level of Dunning-Kruger we work with these guys.
In the gravity containing the atmosphere, then you compute the consequences of that, and it's that we have a pressure gradient matching exactly what we have. That is science. It doesn't matter if you don't.
That's not science, Craig.
How'd you get pressure in first instance, Craig?
What is it with this fucking predictions all the time? Prediction. This is exactly what we predict. It's like, dude, you're not. Do you think science is like the Psychic Friends Network or something?
Well,
how does gravity predict?
I
know.
Damn.
how would they predict orbits around other planets in slingshots? Oh my god!
What is gravity, by the way? Still waiting for that.
I never have got it.
The word.
It's a word, real cool word. It's the magic. It's the magic BS that they use to tie all their crap together when it don't make sense.
And when that one doesn't work, they bring in refraction.
Yep. It's fix. That's all it is.
Agree.
No, that's not science. That's just you and some other asshat saying that shit. Because I was in the middle of fucking explaining that. Okay? I didn't say that. When I say the gases are produced, what I mean is going on like this, right? We are constantly through the process of respiration, and I'm not talking about breathing. I'm talking about the Earth system's process of respiration. The exchange, use, and consumption.
So the Earth doesn't breathe.
The earth doesn't breathe, guys.
Yeah, it does.
No. Volcanoes don't erupt.
Soil respiration doesn't exist, guys.
Gas don't escape ground, does it?
No, because it's contained. They contradict themselves so much. It's incredible.
Yeah, but look at the confidence he's talking like he knows what he's talking about. In the meantime, he's showing he's ignorant.
Dave, the earth doesn't breathe. There is no respiration. There is
my God, he doesn't know
air being produced all of the time. The amount of atmosphere.
Would you pass science class if you told the teacher there's no such thing as respiration?
Hell no.
No, we'd all be dead.
I find it ironic that they tell us we never finished school, but you got this nuclear physicist on screen telling you there's no respiration of Earth. Where you literally learn that in primary school.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Have you seen Vicky's comment?
I remember clear as day. I can still see the illustration in my textbook in my head that showed it. I got it, you know? I mean, it showed the whole process. Everything in there was listed and showed the animals and plants and everything exchanging of gases, production of gases from the breakdown of shit in the soil. I thought it was fascinating as hell. You know, and this guy doesn't know this. He doesn't know any of this.
It's insane. But he projects it onto you, though.
It does not change. If what you were saying is true, and it has a container, then the case would be that there would be a constant upward rushing wind, which you keep ignoring. Dave, please stop asking exactly the same questions over and over again when I've answered them.
Dave?
Okay, so you don't understand what the word respiration, as I said, I'm not talking about the breathing, although you breathing is part of that.
She's trying to answer him.
Okay, go, Craig.
Yes, go ahead, Craig. You can't fucking let me make a point, can you? I'm going to let you use up your
respiration
buzzer,
does mean breathing. It doesn't matter if you don't think it does.
Respiration does mean breathing. No.
What a fucking moron.
It doesn't matter if that's what you think.
What?
Okay.
What? Respiration does mean breathing. No, it doesn't.
No.
Oh, wow.
It seems like a problem.
You can't change the meaning of words.
No, it doesn't. Respiration is the process of the exchanges of gases.
No, Dave, you don't get to change the meaning of words. Just go with what they actually are instead of what you want them to be.
You don't get to change meaning of words like ballers do when the mean level means curved.
Exactly.
We literally showed that right here. Flatzoid brought it up. That it doesn't mean breathing alone. It doesn't mean that alone. Your breathing is
just the action.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, breathing is just the action. There we go. Respiration, Craig. Ooh, sorry, my mouth is paining bad, my tooth.
I believe it's something like changing of.
There we go. Respiration, the action of breathing. It's not breathing, it's the action of breathing. It's the difference. Okay? Opiates affect respiration, a single breath. A process in living organisms involving the production of energy, typically within the intake of oxygen and the release of carbon dioxide from the oxidization of complex organic substances. Just like Sov said. Weird how that works. But no, you changing the words of meanings, Sov.
It gets me, and it's such a. It's like you want to punch the dude because he's sitting there with such an authoritative attitude when he's so clearly wrong about what he's trying to be authoritative about. I mean, provably wrong. Any one of those retards that watches his channel could have easily looked and see if my definition of the word was correct or not, especially when it applies to biology. And that's in the earth sciences. I mean, that was one of my favorite classes was earth science. You learned all about this. You learned all about ecosystems and how they work. And that's where you come to the idea that this thing is just a great, big, huge, complex organism that we're all just part of.
Well, Dave, Craig knows all about this, you know, because 90% of his head took up all that submarine.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's get on.
I can't do, Craig.
To be over to you.
8th grade fucking earth science, Craig. The process of evaporation, condensation, exchanging of oxygen and carbon dioxide between plants and animals, all of this production and consumption of gases and on the earth system is called respiration.
Okay, go.
Okay, I'm sorry you don't know that. I'm sorry you failed goddamn grade.
You're up, Craig.
Yeah, sorry, Dave. Yeah, again, there is no extra production of gases. The amount of gases that are in the atmosphere stays the same. So what?
You never said that.
Why is Jaren stopping Dave talking?
No, because there's a rule. If they've linked the buzzer after 10 seconds, he has to mute you. That was the rule from the
stupidest rule I've ever seen in my life in a debate.
But they were trying to set it up. So they were trying to see if it was working or not, and it definitely didn't work.
I went over a great way to do these last night, kind of mocked it out even as kind of a demonstration as to how it goes. And, you know, okay, so if you want to have your buzzer, 2 buzzers, you get 10 seconds. Okay, 2 buzzers. Use up your buzzers, you're all done. But it works. I was thinking about like along the lines of a CB radio, right? If one guy's keyed up, nobody else can broadcast.
Yep.
Right? That's how it works. And so how do you know when the guy's done? He'd say over. Well, in this case, you say done. Right. So you get a reasonable amount of time to speak, and then you finish it by saying done. Once you say done, the moderator mutes you, and the other guy is taken off mute. Anyone that tries to control their own mute is automatically disqualified. Okay, the only person that can mute and unmute is going to be the moderator. And only one guy is unmuted at a time. You get an appropriate amount of time to respond. The moderator can also step in and say, you're not answering the question that was posed to you, you know, or whatever. And then when he's finished, he says, done. He goes on mute. The other guy goes off mute. Now he's able to respond.
The 70s CB radio, 10-4.
Well, right. You know, I'm just saying it's just that would eliminate it because his big thing.
The problem in these debates, from what I can see, is the moderator. Like when I see Flatzoid go on modern day debates and that moderator's absolutely gash. Jaren's gash. If you watch proper debates, go on YouTube and look at proper debates and you see how moderators, they're ruthless. You know, these people don't know how to moderate, and that's top and bottom on it from what I can see.
Yeah. But Roger Little, thank you very much for $2 super chat, man. He says you're going to need a container for that. Exactly. You always need a container. Many blessings, mate. You rock. Okay.
We always need a container.
What you're saying does not make any sense. Please stop saying the same things over and over when I've already debunked them. Over to you.
When you take in oxygen, you produce fucking carbon dioxide.
Go.
Right?
Yes, David.
Okay, so there is production.
Wow.
FTFE, you're up.
Craig's face.
Yeah, so there's no...
How's that? He wants him to answer him a question. He answers and he presses the buzzer while he's answering him.
Because he knows he's losing.
Yeah. He had nothing but that. And he knew it was irritating. That's why he did it.
Like this buzzer idea, what worst thing you could ever get to a baller.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Exactly, because they're gonna misuse it.
Extra gas is being created. The amount in the atmosphere doesn't change. There is no extra gases being pumped into the atmosphere constantly.
Said there was. No one said there was.
Okay, I'm going to stop it for a second. Just so here's the kind of the idea behind what I'm looking for is that if we now know we.
Okay, I got to ask a question as well. Has you ever heard of fracking before?
No.
Was that gas that came from under the ground in our atmosphere? No.
No.
Is he really denying gas comes from ground?
Yeah.
Wow.
We brought it up.
And by the way, that gas came up. Weird how that works. The gas is always going up.
Of course it does.
Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm. Strange. Very strange.
I must investigate.
Oh, sorry, I can't stand a leaking tap.
Is that nice?
We basically know.
Sorry?
Is that what I can hear?
What it is? I thought it was.
That drip,
I thought it was someone tapping up the phone.
It's a damn.
Yeah, I thought it was someone.
I gotta replace.
I thought it was.
I gotta replace the faucet in the kitchen.
I actually thought it was someone using the phone to type on.
Faucet.
Someone is typing. I can hear it.
The faucet. It's
What's
a tap.
Faucet when it's at home.
It's a tab. It's a tab. A faucet's a tab. Hey Tony, good to see you, man. Hi Matt. What's
Hey
up?
Tony. I'm being
Tony.
so quiet. A mouse. You could hear a mouse get a hard on in my house.
Tony,
I'll get mouse and hard on in that vest.
You're supposed to say it like in my house, the rats can hear. Yes.
Ja, det er så stille, jeg kan høre en mus, der får en... I won't say it in Danish. Okay.
That both you guys think the other person is saying something incorrect. So we don't need to butt in and say, no, let them.
This I have to say, thank you, Jaron. But you took too long to do it. You should have done it ages ago, man.
Say what they're going to say. And then when it's your turn, say, here's why what they just said is false. And we'll move on. But to go back and forth and just keep saying, no, that's not what I'm saying. Nope, that's not what you're saying. No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. We're not getting anywhere.
I have to keep starting. This guy's like having buzzer mania.
He is.
I have to keep restarting what I'm trying to explain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that annoying, Dave? Is that annoying, is it? Oh, I wonder why that's frustrating, Dave.
Well, it's annoying to hear the buzzer over and over.
You know
again.
you're fucking wrong and you don't want me to talk. That's all.
Yeah.
Trigger boy says what?
Okay, we're gonna have you, Craig, start. And we're going to try and...
You see, that's why I say he is dishonest, because he knows he's irritating. He does it on purpose.
Oh.
And he's literally doing it to make it a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he's proud of it.
And I'll get cheesy grin on his face.
Mm-hmm. He's like, you know, those little naughty schoolboys that know they've done something wrong, but they're proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, these
Flatzoid,
guys,
the guy you had on that giggled.
Exactly.
God, that guy
these guys are mental maturity level of like 12. Every
Not
one
even.
of them.
Not
Every
even.
one of them. You look at their background, looks like a 12-year-old's bedroom.
Oh wow.
That Timmy was oh wow.
No, Timmy was.
Oh my god.
He tried to come on my show again the other night, and I told him, I says, okay, so if you want to come up on the thing,
Show
I
your
says,
face.
just show yourself on camera. That's my captcha to make sure you're not a bot, right? But eventually I brought him up, and he didn't even realize that I changed his name to something awful before I brought him up on the stage. I just called him, ignorant fart chewer or something like that. And so when I brought him up, his little chyron under his name said like ignorant fart chewer and shit. And I says, we have ignorant fart chewer with us. Would you like to say something now? And he's like, then he quit.
Yeah, it's like when I put in a globe called fuckwit or something. Remember? Yeah. No, that's why I said I still have a feeling it was Craig, just with a voice change or something. Because that giggle is Craig.
Yeah, I said right off, they're giggle buddies.
Yeah,
you know, they got to be.
It was just exaggerated.
Because I don't know anybody else that laughs like that at all.
Well, we know he uses sock accounts to try to pretend he's somebody else. I mean, come on. Philip Craig comes in and comments on every comment, damn near that was on Jaren's on this video. I mean, really? All in defense of FTFE. Everything else, he was like in a band of one. Because if you read the comments on that video, it's like nothing but negative on Craig. You know?
Yeah, Jollyman, is the speed of light is actually a problem for Einstein. That's why he had to make it a constant, and it's not a constant.
It's a problem for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly a problem.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to mute people. I just think that's the kind of the goal is not to have to.
I want to finish explaining what I was talking about. I never said that there was new gas being produced. I said gases are being produced and exchanged on the surface of the earth. And so there is a higher amount of them here. We're also in the warmest area, right? And what happens is as you get up, you start losing some of the shit that's in the atmos, right? One, primarily water.
What's he trying to laugh about? What's so funny?
I want to swear at him now.
I'll tell you why, because Craig thinks that Dev's fake and he's smart, and that's why he's pulling them stupid faces for his stupid followers who are thicker than him. It's winding me up in all, PJ. Like,
whenever you're losing a debate, he's laughing.
But I mean,
it's recorded and smack the crap out of him.
I mean, but that's literally just disrespect. So that's what it is.
He was actually trying to train into the idea that there's more elements being added. No. Elements are taken in and changed into other things. Okay, there's still the same amount of carbon. There's still the same amount of all the other shit. It's just through the process of respiration, these gases are exchanged or produced, if you rather, by this process. That's where it comes from right there. So he was trying to trick me into, well, there's no more elements now than there ever was, blah, 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 blah. Otherwise, that would change the mass of the earth, blah, blah, all this other stupid shit. No, it's a constant exchange. You can call it production. The greenies do. They call it production. The cows are producing methane, but are they really? No, they're just converting elements into something that was already an element. Come on.
It's literally just transference.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's first law of thermodynamics. When you go and take a shit on the toilet, you had to eat for that to metabolize in your stomach to be able to come out as methane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it will become fertilizer that will create a tree that will grow, and a cow will eat it, and you'll eat the cow, and the cycle goes over.
Exactly. Hey, Guns of everyone, good to see you, man. And I think Code Punchers is here. Good to see you guys. And INFE. But I mean, this is the irony of the whole globe thing. That's what I said. Their whole heliocentric model is based on
bullshit.
Yeah. Everything had to be there to create everything. But where did that stuff come from to create everything?
From nowhere. That's what they say.
So in other words, just their whole belief in reality literally debunks itself as it violates the first law of thermodynamics. That alone debunks their whole belief system.
Next time we go to the store, we need to buy something. Just tell them about the Big Bang, that you don't need nothing to get nothing. And just give me it, because it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's maybe something one of these guys can relate to. Imagine that this Earth, everything on it, is like a box of Legos, Okay, it's a big box of Legos, and you can build shit out of it. And pretty soon, once you've used all the Legos to build things, right? Now, in order to build other things, you have to take some of the Legos from other stuff in order to build it. You don't get any more Legos. You have the same amount of Legos that you started with. So it's your choice as to what to produce with those Legos. Mm-hmm. And in order to produce anything, you're going to have to take some of the Legos from something else.
Exactly.
And think about it. You can take now, let's say you built a boat from that Lego and you throw that Lego boat now and it breaks into many pieces. Mm-hmm. Okay. You can take that and reproduce something else again.
Right.
That's what Lego's all about.
Yeah.
Just build something.
What they fail to realize is it's God's Lego.
That's why I don't like modern Lego. It's like you got to build this thing. Old Lego, you built your own. It was square. Yeah. Nowadays, you buy
limited to what you must build now.
Yeah. Well, and totally against what goes with. If you ever seen the Lego movie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's perfectly exemplifies that, and this is why people can't think. They're like that character. They have to have the instructions. They have to have it fed to them, right?
Yeah, they go out and buy
a
Lego Death Star. Yeah. In the old days, we'd have to figure out how to build a Death Star out of Lego, and it would be hard.
Yeah. But you'd learn a hell of a lot more than you would by having a kit.
Yeah, like exactly. Because all the blocks are already the right shape for you.
Yeah, right. Now you get the space dildos coming with a whole bunch of manuals and everything, and you can only build that.
Right. I used to build Lego houses. I still got it. And then I'd shoot it with my pellet gun, and I'd blow a hole through it. So then I'd build 2 walls or 3 walls to see what it took to stop my pellet gun. And my mom would go, "Why are your pellets all blown all over the place? Why is there Lego?" Well, I'm testing.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Well, I was around when Legos first came out. I thought they were really, really cool. They were overpriced. And of course, there were other companies that made something just like it, but they weren't compatible. But you didn't get a Lego Death Star kit or a Lego this kind of kit. It was just a box of freaking Legos. That's all it was. Yeah. And you did exactly what I'm talking about.
You could build anything you freaking wanted.
Right.
I built the highest tower until it fell over.
But I think there again, that strengthened the creativity of children's minds, which allowed them to explore possibilities. And they don't want that. They only want you to accept what you're given. Yeah. Just like in the Lego movie. If you don't have the instructions, you're screwed. Without Mr. President or whatever he was, Professor President, the leader in that movie.
Yeah.
Without his providence of giving you the instructions, you couldn't do anything. And that's exactly what they want.
And that's not the way it is.
To be domesticated, declawed cats, dependent on the sound of a can opener. That's what they are after.
I'm going to get my Lego out next stream. I'm going to build.
Do you know what I noticed with Lego? Like, you get boards that you build off, and they're always flat planes. You never build Lego off a curve.
It's always flat, exactly. Yeah. Roger, Lego, thank you very much.
You can't build Lego on a curve, by the way.
No.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Roger Lego, for your $2 switch. It says tree Legos produce more tree Legos. Exactly. Thank you very much for your super chat, man. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm.
With that, you start losing a lot of temperature. Okay. It's not really hard to understand. The bottom line is this: you cannot demonstrate a downward acceleration of air due to gravity other than postulating it.
Yeah, my demonstration of the downward acceleration of the air due to gravity is the fact that there is not a rushing upward of wind to the lower pressure from the higher pressure.
This guy's such a moron. So because his straw man doesn't exist because he's an idiot. He doesn't know how gas behavior works. Therefore, gravity. That is so dumb.
Can I do that again?
Do it again. There we go. Thank you. So literally, because he's an idiot, he doesn't understand how gas behavior works. He thinks it should rush up, which is a straw man. He says, because we don't see that idiotic straw man based on his incredulity, therefore gravity.
Mm-hmm.
What
Whereas
a moron.
and what he's claiming would be a downward draft of air all the time.
Exactly.
Like a
But then
tornado.
once it hits the earth, what happens to it? Does it just stay there static? Is that what he thinks? The air's being pulled down and then hits the earth and then just stays there?
Don't be no
would it-
wind in his idea.
I don't get it, man.
I don't get it. He's so confusing.
He's trying to sound smart for his dumb audience.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the best I can put it.
He's got a
They
crowd.
are-
That's a good analysis.
Mm.
I have now answered the question, Dave. Let's not go backwards and forwards. Bring up a different topic.
There's no downward wind either, butthead. Think about it.
There shouldn't be. That's not the
Well, that's
predictions
what you're.
That's exactly what you. Oh man,
Beautiful
They
butt is
shouldn't
what
be.
calls that one.
Butthead. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead. What's it? Yeah. Oh wow, that was a hectic cartoon. But yeah, now I picture him as Beavis and Butthead.
Butthead, definitely.
Mm. But yes, Craig, that's exactly what you're claiming. Gas go down.
Yep.
You're claiming columns of air. You're claiming gases weight pushing down.
Which they're saying. That's what you're saying. Is there's a downward force of air. The only way air can force is when it's goddamn moving. It's not moving.
No one said it is moving. There's an acceleration
And
outside.
how's there the downward acceleration?
No one said it is moving. So gas doesn't move now.
I thought he said it did move.
Yeah. What the hell is wrong with this guy?
He was pissing me off at this point. He was just pissing me off with his behavior. You know, I mean, I was just, I tried to hold on with that, but I mean, I was like, I'm not going to lose it on this guy. But I finally go, fuck it, gloves are off. You know, I'm not playing with this guy no more.
Exactly. Hey, one mind, good to see you. Professor Harvest is back.
Yeah. This is
The only debate I'd ever want with Craig is in a boxing ring.
the difficult one.
Yeah, that's it. That's
I
it.
need to
All you guys, all you're going to be playing is Hop Along Cassidy.
I'd sweep his
Because
cross.
you're going to be chasing a hop. You're going to be chasing him around as he's trying to hop away.
I'd make him wish his bad leg were his good one.
Isn't it?
Exactly, Thomas Larson. Thank you very much. There it goes from high pressure to low pressure. This is why there are storms. Weatherman calls low pressure area a black hole. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
Because gases must go from one area to another.
Exactly.
Low pressure,
It's
high
like you're telling. It's like, you guys are saying storms don't exist. In other words, what do you think a damn storm is?
Hot and cold.
You won't have weather without containment.
Exactly.
Wind. Holy sheesh. The wind that's produced from these effects is amazing. I went to let the dogs out a couple days ago. The wind was whipping through here. I didn't realize it. I opened up the storm door and the wind caught that and pulled me right out onto the steps. I mean, it's just like, woof, just right now.
Who let the dogs out?
Who?
Who? Hockey.
However, there's other bits of air in the way. I have demonstrated precisely using the atmosphere alone how there is a downward acceleration. Now, Dave, over to you. Please bring up a.
Yeah, let's go with it. Let's go with a new topic. Let's start.
Yeah, first of all, there was no demonstration. Second of all, he kept on contradicting himself. He's saying two different positions at exactly the same time, and he doesn't stop over talking Dave, and he didn't once demonstrate anything other than his incredulity to gas behavior. That's a summary, I'd say.
Something new. Who's on?
The Earth being flat with data and everything to back it up.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. My second thing comes to this idea of knowing the size, distance, and makeup of the sun, and never even wondering, again, here we are with gas behavior, how it is that a mass of hydrogen could ever form under any condition.
Mm-hmm.
It would never attract to itself.
Nope.
There's no possible way. You don't ever see a gas go, oh, I'm going to become a ball of gas and get fucking dents on myself. That never happens anywhere. There's. You see what I did, though? Do you see what I did? He wanted to get out of the gas pressure shit, and I took him right back into it, man. I took him right back into it using the fucking sun. There you go. You want to talk about something different? Let's talk about the gases in space then.
But think about it. Gas is unbonded, okay?
Yep.
They claiming a larger mass gives more attraction. How much attraction does gas particles give? None, exactly.
They bounce off each other.
Yeah, so how the hell do they coalesce to make something if they literally have no attraction?
Right.
Gravity, you fool.
We're going to have to call NASA on that one.
I swear we live in the Twilight Zone.
I know.
think this is where he starts talking about that he's seen clouds of gas in space.
That was it. And he thinks artist renditions are real photos.
I never knew people could be so stupid till I got into flat Earth.
Oh,
I
yeah,
agree.
Crazy.
I know. That's when you really learn that. Wow.
That's when you
I mean,
really
I
learn
knew-
that majority of mankind is stupid.
I knew people were dumb.
Yeah.
But
not
then
that
you
dumb.
get to the flat Earth and you talk to people trying to defend the globe, then you know what dumb is.
Yep.
Yep.
And then they get mad at you.
Oh, yeah. But I think it's jealousy.
And call
I think
you
they're
dumb.
How dare you say something like that? It's like.
That's why we have how many troll accounts all over the place trying to just misrepresent us constantly?
I don't even understand that. Why would you even troll us? I don't know. Leave us alone.
Insecurity. It's insecurities, mate. That's all it is.
It must be.
They're insecure about their belief.
Them flat Earths are stupid, but yeah, 50 sock accounts and
Hey, how many of you guys?
2 weeks worth of trolling, you know.
How many of you guys go
I
out
don't
and
go
troll
to all our channel.
NASA and
No.
their account?
No.
None of us. We don't give a fuck.
I mean, we don't. Exactly. We don't go to baller channels.
I once
you know
made
what I mean?
mistake, right? I once made mistake in commenting on Craig's video, and I had about 40 trolls in about 10 minutes. Within 2 days, I'd had 400 comments.
You should say 30.
From his
30.
36.
Listen, Dad. Listen, Dad.
30.
We have better stuff to do than to troll them.
Control. But I mean, it takes time to go and literally create a false Google account, to create a false YouTube account, to make a really idiotic channel, to troll a person and try and misrepresent them. Go and edit the video, do it again, and do it again, and do it again.
They must be getting paid for it.
I mean, didn't we go into a
I think
NASA site?
I think they've got a program where they can make like 100 sock accounts in one go.
Probably.
I just can't see
Didn't we
anybody
go
doing
into a
it
NASA channel?
unless you're getting paid for it.
Can you remember going to NASA channel one night, Michael? I think Flats. Remember going to NASA channel one night and we mentioned about being flat earthers.
They banned us straight away.
Any flat earthers will be banned instantly.
Yeah, they banned us straight away. We didn't even say anything.
Instantly.
We just said, "Hey, how's it going? I'm a flat earther." Banned.
Yeah, instantly banned.
Yeah, I know, instantly.
Mm-hmm.
That's a reason to get
That's
banned,
it.
guys, for saying, "Hey, guys, how's it going? I'm a flat earther."
That right there, the kind of censorship and the responses and this, that, and the over response, I have to say to it. It should be very telling to people. It should be very, very telling to people.
And then you get the ballers like Sean Hawkins who's crying he's getting banned after he swears at a woman and calls her rude names. You understand? Like, how do you put 2 and 2 together?
Yeah,
exactly.
On that note, I was just looking over there. He's got 66 views on his last video. that he did about me. So
I don't worry. Like it's probably going to go up to like 80 or maybe 100 if he's lucky. I think his best video ever was with me still when he went up like 250 views. Because, like I said, me, if he doesn't put you or me in there, he doesn't get views on a video.
no,
Because
Exactly.
he gets like he literally this debate that he was doing live between Craig and you, I think he had like 3. I think the maximum he had that whole night was 6.
Yeah, they
Now,
use it to get their
when he does
views.
the lives on us, I think he gets like 15 maybe.
well, I think even Craig at the beginning of this, I mean, that was pretty insulting to Sean Hawkins. He said,
doesn't like Sean.
I want to say hello to all 5 of the viewers over at Sean
3,
Hawkins.
I think it's a 3, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, you just threw one of your own guys under the bus, man. That guy idolizes you, Craig, and you just fucking crushed him, man.
That's I'd like Sean.
When you ain't got so many, don't do that.
Even your mates don't like you.
Maybe Craig's looking at it like a Highlander. There can only be one.
There can be only one.
They all know that Sean's
One
too stupid.
round earther.
That's the problem.
But if I have to give any advice to Sean, if you're busy doing a live debate, a live show on something, and you're busy watching someone say something, stop talking about this 3D printing or this guitar thing and pay attention to what's said on screen.
Yeah. Same thing with McToon. Or any of them.
Yeah.
Fucking listen to what we got to say.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly why he doesn't get when your argument was the object in the vacuum. The reason he doesn't get it is because he was talking while you said it. He was talking
Or
about
they're
something
laughing.
Yeah, and they don't listen. And then, oh, you see, you stupid self, you said something wrong. Look, here's a video showing the vacuum chamber getting heavier. That wasn't your argument.
Do you know what makes me laugh? And Toon for this especially, like, but
Wow.
flat earthers come up with arguments, and then all of a sudden, ballers are experts in it. Like, so, you know, Sextant come up. All of a sudden, Toon's an expert sailor,
Oh, yeah.
an expert navigator. I've got comments saved.
Yeah.
The guy's never left his mother's bedroom.
Basement.
Yeah, basement, sorry.
Exactly that.
I noticed he shut the hell up about Polaris ever since we've brought up the orthogonal geometry in opposed to the isometric or perspective view that we have.
He still tries his best to try and bring it in like he's got you.
Yeah.
But he brings it in like a sly way. It's like trying to say, oh, you guys never did. You know, you've never debunked me. You guys are running away from it. That's his way of putting it. Where literally he debunked himself when he brought it up.
Toon tries his little conzo, doesn't he? His little challenges and that. Like that's where he's
Which
dodgy.
isn't a challenge.
Yeah. Their favorite thing is, you're running away. No, we're just tired of fucking with you.
Yeah, he got a 3D printer, Roger. That's his new toy. Yeah, like that's going to make him smarter somehow.
Yeah, well, I got me a wine glass. And its resonance will make you smarter.
What's he printing? Some brains?
Sundials. I think he's attempting to try and do new bongs.
Sundials?
Yeah.
That's a flat earth proof if ever I've seen one.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Yes.
I got just a bunch of guess.
And is your sundial over a curved surface or a level flat surface?
Well, it was put there by my parents in 1962, and I'm only born in 66. I wouldn't know if the earth is flat or round. No, I'm pretty sure that it's flat and it's still in the same place. And the earth and the sun hasn't changed, and we're not spinning around, and it would have been
nothing. No larger object has started to gradually pull it closer to it.
Exactly, which would have altered time.
Yeah.
Oh, if gravity were real, I'd be a pancake.
Yeah. Code Puncher. Yeah. Apparently he's has to get his knee amputated on his one leg or something because they're not able to get it to work. I don't know. He picked up an injury or is sick or something. so he has to get it amputated. That's the whole reason why he's been losing weight.
If I take cancer and all in his
No,
foot, bullshit.
most often,
Well, if that's true, I feel sorry for him. That's bad.
Most often, an amputation like that is diabetes related, because it won't heal. It won't heal. That's the whole thing. And what happens is, with it not healing, this happened with my dad. He got a sore on his foot, and he left it unattended, and it didn't heal. And pretty soon it spread, and it got gangrenous. And they ended up having to cut the.
I worked for a guy who had diabetes, and he had the same thing, like a cut.
Yeah, it's a circulation thing too.
Yep,
it's horrible. I've seen it. My friend had that. Not pretty.
Didn't have guys, until we started using processed sugar, huh?
Okay, guys, I think we're going to end the stream here.
No.
My pain is getting a bit much now. Oh, struggling.
Yeah, not good.
Not good.
Tooth pain's not good.
So yeah, I'll see you guys in all tomorrow night. I'm going to have a late show. Going to start about 11:45 at night Central African time, and then we'll go from there to the debate, which will be 2 a.m. my time. So I'm not going to get much sleep tomorrow.
Flatzoid, do you have access to clove oil?
I should be able to get
some clove oil, mix a little bit of it up with some honey, and put that on your sore area of your mouth. It's going to take care of it, man. It'll take the pain away. I guarantee you 100%.
Let me tell you something about clove oil, Dave, right? We used, when people would all like be getting partying and getting drunk and, having a laugh and that, people would fall asleep, get clove oil out and wipe it on their lips and see how long they stay asleep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you only want to put a few drops in a little bit of honey, like a capful of honey, and put a little bit of a couple drops of clove oil.
It tastes nasty though.
Oh no, not mixed with honey, because my little grandson, when he was teething, he couldn't even talk yet, and we was using that when he would have sore areas in his mouth from the teething, and when he was having trouble, he knew what that stuff was. He would point to it. He would point to it and point to his mouth, and we'd put that on where he was having the sores at. Yeah. What's that? Oh, okay. My wife mixed it in olive oil, and it worked good too. So.
Yeah.
I'll try see if I can get that way.
Yeah, it'll
tooth
kill
pain is something I think we all got to go through. It's part of life.
I think I should just pull the tooth.
Is it wisdom?
Because I got a hole.
No,
and then what happened is it's to the nerve.
Don't pull it. Eventually, the nerve will die, and your tooth will still be there. It's better if you pull it. Everything will just collapse. And don't get implants. I mean, live with cats.
I want a double D's.
Part of life.
Double D's.
He said I can't get implants. I want a double D's. Man. What's going on?
I don't. I'm only 58 old, so.
But the thing is, it's weird. This is the first time in my whole life that I've struggled with anything with my teeth. I've never needed a dentist ever.
Part of life.
Yeah.
Don't call it teeth for now, do they?
It's not.
Don't ever let him do a root canal. Don't ever let him do that right there. That's bad.
I had one on the front tooth and it's loose now.
Oh.
I've had a root canal done.
Yeah.
It's just, it doesn't do anything.
How old are you?
It kills the tooth. And then you have necrotic tissue. See, then you have necrotic tissue in there now. And that's what they're doing. And it's actually in the long run, it's bad. And it's just a way for dentists. There's no reason for it. There's no good comes from it, but it's extra money in the dentist's pocket. That's exactly what that shit is.
I got it done 20 years ago as well. I've only had it done 20 years
I remember when I was at like 13, 14, I had about 10 fillings. And
wow,
there's no way my teeth were that bad. No way.
Yeah, they were way early.
Dentists were just doing it for money.
Shit in your teeth, yeah. Don't have your teeth pulled. You absolutely have to have it pulled.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know any better, like, otherwise I wouldn't have, but
yeah, I want to say thank you guys for coming. I'm going to try that clove oil thing. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, guys, for coming. Really appreciate it. You guys rock. Thank you for all the ears. There was a lot of super chats tonight. So thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that hit the likes and shared the show. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. You want to do a part 3? Because there's still more.
Well, I just want to say, Dave, you know, you sat through that with Craig. Wow. I don't know how you did it.
I know. I don't know how you did it.
It's funny to watch after, like, but you had to sit through that, man.
I know.
I could see the frustration on your face.
It's like this guy's. He started hitting that buzzer like it owed him money or something, man.
You soldiered it, man. You soldiered it.
You get ball at any chance to try and mute you, and they're gonna do it, aren't they?
Oh yeah, and they're proud of it. Exactly. But yeah, thanks, guys, everybody. I'm gonna try those things, see what's gonna happen. I appreciate everybody's input. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow night for a awesome late night stream, and we'll be doing part 2 of the thing from last night with Eric Dubay and Mike Devlin, and then it's on to the debate. So yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Many blessings.